What is going on, guys? This is Allegedly Podcast, episode 8. Welcome back to the channel and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Year.
First one in 2018.
Yeah, this is the first episode of 2018, technically, even though we posted the old one from 2017. How you guys been? Everybody good?
We've been good.
Pretty good.
We're thankful.
Yeah, so, and today we have a new person joining us, which is kind of cool.
I'm really not new though.
New to the video.
Yeah, she was in the videos, in the audios when we were doing the podcast without video in the first ones, but now you could put the face to the voice or the name.
Yep.
So yeah, that's Vanny right there. We just started off with her. She's in. You guys, I'm Wendy, as usual. You already know.
Sharisa.
How are you doing?
Oh shit! I thought he said you already know.
Say your name, Faith.
Faith.
Yeah.
Vanny.
Nen.
And Shen.
Yep, and welcome back. Like I said, how you guys been? How's the week been? New Year's treating you guys so far?
It's been so cold, but
Freezing.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The weather's here is not as dumb as
It's not too.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But we should be thankful it's not as bad as
As the East Coast.
Yeah,
Coast.
I saw the
Coastal
picture.
ice.
I mean,
like
but
New Jersey.
And Philly and New York.
The cars
and
are
New
like
England.
your car
They're
cannot be
buried.
moved.
Yeah.
They're
And actually all the way
buried
down.
ice, not
Yeah.
in
I heard in
water,
Tallahassee it was snowing this morning.
Wow.
Everywhere, it's just freaking cold out here too.
Tallahassee,
Let's just
Florida.
not like
It is.
downplay it.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
see it.
Upstate Florida was
0
still-
degrees Fahrenheit.
That's below Georgia.
Everybody else can do the math for the Celsius. We'll put it up on the video. This is what it is. So yeah, what you guys, what are we talking about this week?
We are talking about long distance relationship.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause
Yeah.
I forgot for a good minute.
Decided.
What else?
And sliding in the importance of sex and
Yeah.
different relationships.
So is
including
sex
long distance.
important in a relationship?
Yeah. So we're starting off with like, is long distance relationship possible? Can it be achieved? And what are the like, I don't know, the pros and cons and the stuff, the baggage that comes with it. And then we're gonna slowly get into stuff like sex and other
It's
stuff
like
that
sex and major
you
things
miss out on
or
during
not.
these events. So, yeah, what do you guys think? What is your view on this topic?
We can go
Single.
around and say show of hands who's been in them.
Yeah, or show
Yeah.
hands who's for it or not.
Okay, I've not been in a
Well, we can
long
say
distance
both.
relationship,
Been in them, not for it. Been
but
haven't
I
been
don't
in them
think that shit
before.
is exciting because, hey, I like people face to face, so I'm not for it, but I've never been in it, so, hey.
And you, Teresa?
I've been in it, and I think it takes a lot of energy and a lot of communication. So I am for it, but it's gonna be a whole lot of work.
It is.
Marius, what do you
Yeah,
think?
that's a lot of work too.
Huh? So you,
So
wait, are
for-
you for it?
Depends on the person that you're dating. If it's something.
No, we're gonna get into that, but in the general, like, are
Okay,
you for it? Like, you
I'm
think it's
for
possible?
it. It's
Have you ever
possible.
been in one?
Yeah, I've been in one. It
Okay.
never worked out, but
So, still you've been in one.
It can be possible, you know.
Yeah. So, Faith,
Yeah.
you've been in one?
Yeah, I've been in one, and it worked out for me. So yeah.
We need like that
There is
slap
like-
sound effect right there.
There is like
Another-
an example, a testimony or whatever. A living
An
This is
testimony.
example.
church.
Yeah, you are
Testimony, don't
testimony.
She had a
I'm
positive
church.
experience
Yeah, I
with it.
had a positive
There you
experience.
go.
Okay,
from it.
wait,
That's
what
the
about,
idea.
what about
Vanilla?
I mean, no, that
No?
don't
Have you
work.
been
But
out?
you've been in it.
I've been in it for 2 months. Didn't work out.
My
Like
G.
it can't.
Bounce
It can't work out.
Are you sure it's only 2 months?
Yeah, it was 2 months.
2 months is enough, I feel like. Good Lord. If you can't do it for
It-
2 more
it's-
months, like, how more? But
You
okay,
have to be,
Nick
like-
looks excited. I don't know, you guys.
It was just funny. I've been in one.
You,
I have been in a long distance relationship. It wasn't a long term relationship, but I've been in one, and it was a good experience for
was it
me
a
as
Babylon
well.
energy?
Hmm?
Did
So you
think it's
against them
possible?
or you? Would you do it?
Would I do it again? Yes, I probably would. If the person was, if it was worth it. with the
Cool.
person.
It's really not.
Mr.
I've
Shaq,
been in it twice. I'm not with it.
You didn't learn
It
the
just
first
doesn't
time.
work for
Okay.
me.
You just didn't learn the first
Well-
time, bro. That's what that is.
Well, the first time it was a very close relationship, like next door type of shit, and then the person moved away across
So you started
hours
as-
and hours drives away, and then we just had to break it because it wasn't working, especially coming from what it was coming from.
Yeah.
And then I voluntarily just like tried it
Again.
again,
and then it still
and
didn't
then
work.
that didn't work.
You
yeah.
volunteered to do this.
Yeah, it was
Very
someone else.
open-minded. Very open-minded.
Exactly, I am.
So okay, I just want to go off. For those that said they don't think it's gonna work, why you guys think so? That's probably
from you.
shit. Okay, yeah. So and then me, Vanny, and Shen, right?
And
Mary is
Marius.
I
So
think
Mary
it's
said it's
possible.
gonna work.
Oh,
Possibly.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So should I go off of it or you guys?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just saying. I think that's just. I like seeing people face to face. For me, that's just. I feel like I'm gonna have to decide whether I like this person or not right away, before, and then it's just a lot of pressure, and you gotta just. Damn it! I need to see them. That's it for me. Like it's so basic.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I need the actual attention. I don't want the phone attention. Like, I want, I want to go through something and I'm like, can you, come through? Like, I want to talk to you.
You want the
like,
person not to just to hang up. You want them to walk out if there's a fight, like physical, like just there, like or you
Yeah.
just turn around and be like,
oh,
not
yeah,
right now.
look, I want us to sit down when you have a problem so I can see your face, like, if it's real, if you mean it. But on the phone, you're going to be like, yeah, yeah,
But
no.
you can do video call.
Babylon. Hey,
Nah.
video call.
Video call is still the same thing. So what's gonna happen? I need a hug. It's cold. Like what am I gonna do when it's cold? You know what I mean? I need to go to the
Blankets.
movies.
I was thinking
Pillows and
Get a
blankets.
teddy bear, like.
Wait, did you say this thing that worked, by the way?
No.
She said get a teddy bear.
I see that it would work, but it's a lot of work.
Okay, cool. So that's for you now. What about you, Mr. Shen? You've tried it a lot of times. I feel like you've got more input.
Yeah.
Well,
what
you have to
was-
understand that it can a long distance relationship can be birthed in a lot of different ways. You could meet that person already. Like you're saying, your reason is you need to decide if you like them or not. You can have a moment where you like someone, but you guys are just temporarily in that same location, and then you decide, okay, I like them, but then now we know that if we continue this, it's gonna be long distance for a while. So it could be that, like you could get your answer there, but then having to make a decision. Are you gonna fuck with that long distance relationship?
But then, so you're saying like technically, if you were dating them for a minute, or like you were with them for a minute before the distance thing happened, it would affect it, which it would, right?
Yeah, I'm saying like for your reason.
Yeah.
What if that's what it is? Would you still say no? You see what I'm saying?
That's
Because you're
a whole
saying you
different
didn't
thing.
get
Like,
to see if you like
I
the
thought we're
person.
just starting off like,
I
you're
think
starting
he-
off the relationship off the bat, like long
Yeah.
distance type of stuff.
He
Like,
said-
let's
But
say
not
you
every
travel
long
in-
distance relationship is
No,
like.
no, no. I was basing
He-
it off of that
He
vibe.
said if he feels like he will have to make the decision right there and then. And I feel like if you were with somebody for quite some time, you kind of know if you like the person or not. So
Yeah,
it
but-
goes to the thing of, do I want to actually try this thing, long distance relationship? Or is it like, nah? Like,
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
feel like
I'm
when
out.
you was actually in it and then they move away, there's something that you was used to. You know what I mean? Like
That's
there's
another
something
one. I
that
feel like
you was
you're gonna
used
miss out
to.
on a whole
Exactly.
ton of
That's
vibes.
what happened with me the
so
first
when
time.
when the person moves away or goes, like something changes.
Yeah, something changed. And the other one that she was already living in a different state, and I still freaking took the plunge. I just realized like I'm not built for it. I'm not. No, I have things that, yeah, instant gratification type things.
Yo, but let's
And
say like
it's just tough to be planning everything around trips and driving and flights and shit. When sometimes all I
Even
just need.
FaceTime, and you gotta plan it out, like yo.
and you're gonna
so,
be always on a
I'm-
charging your phone, like
You know, and iPhones, they're
it's-
slow in your
yeah.
batteries now.
Yeah,
It's
everything
like,
is
that's
kind of
bad.
dependent upon technology because technology is the only thing that keeps us together when we're in far places. If you think about it, so it's like the whole relationship is based on technology and how
your
well
whole
it's
life is based
working at
on
the
a
time.
charger. That's it. When you lose your charger, you lose
Cars
your
are
whole
technology.
life.
You
Too bad.
kind
Oh,
of
man.
need internet too.
Yeah, like when you don't have Wi-Fi, when you don't have.
You become that
But
person.
if you
go
don't have, the
insane.
problem is
People
in
like-
this day and age somehow like that we're like us. I'm just saying, if you don't have Wi-Fi or internet access, I don't think your problem is long distance relationship.
That's
I feel like you need to focus on some other stuff.
Yeah.
You need to get internet or something.
No, but
You know,
how you
it's
gonna
us,
be
I'm not
talking
saying
though?
like,
Like
just us, just you know what I mean? Like if you don't
Sending
have.
letters
Yeah.
what?
and waiting 3
For I'm gonna be waiting for
three.
three.
What's up?
3 weeks to get there and
Yeah.
3 weeks to come back. So that's like a month or like a month and a half
Yeah,
waiting
you'll be
for
testing.
a letter.
You'll be testing the
But
waters.
but it can be
Like
good
you
because
said.
like
I know.
someone mentioned before, it makes the time that you do share, whatever that sharing is, whether it's in person or
Yeah.
long distance, it makes it that much quality.
It is.
True,
And it
true,
kind of
true.
make you have it forces you to have a relationship where you're actively knowing how to filter out the bullshit and just keep the stuff just based on all the goods that we bring to this
'Cause-
relationship, and that's the most of the things that gets focused on.
So
Like,
that's
you
what I
know,
want to.
these relationships that they start off, they were together and then you
Yeah.
have to go somewhere for work.
That's even worse.
That's
So
what I'm
it's
saying.
like,
Sometimes you
Do
never
you
know.
break it off or like
Well-
do you and you were actually, let's say you're actually somewhere deep into the relationship, do you just be like those things?
Yeah,
That's
what
kinda
I
what
wanted
I
to get
agree.
into.
It was a
but
bullet
we're gonna
that
get
had
into
a
that
bite.
one real
Yeah.
quick, okay? So let's get into this, right? For the ones that are saying there's benefits and there's ways that it can help out,
Possible.
let's get into it. What's going on?
Yeah.
I think
What's
it's
good
possible.
about it?
It's real love. That's where you see like love. It's definitely real because if you can support the distance, all right, you guys can go like very very longer when you guys will be together. I know there are like many facts like you guys saying cuddling, all that. Like I need to see you. Yeah, the more you meet someone, the more the love become bigger. You know what I mean?
They say abstinence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Or makes
So-
the person go away.
Say it louder for,
Right.
for the people
Yeah,
that want to
abstinence
hear
makes
it.
the person do what?
The abstinence makes the heart grow fonder.
Exactly.
And it makes you
Or
have
the person
mood
run
swings.
away. Listen.
You're always on your mood swings, like you're always frustrated, like you know what I mean, you're missing something.
That's personal with you.
It's not.
That's personal, yo. All of this is personal, though. You realize, right?
Yeah,
I mean, but
someone
there's
like-
things like
It's
Yeah,
personal,
the
like-
way she
But like-
you get frustrated for no like.
It's not even about sex. It's not sex wise. I mean that part too, but it's not about sex wise. It just, to me, I feel like I'm gonna spend more time
Right.
on on videos, on texting you, on like now if I wanna go out, let's say we on a different time zone.
Energy,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
On a different time zone. Tomorrow you gotta work. So now there's some stuff that you gotta give up. I mean, not going out, I don't care about it, but that like you have to change your work schedule. You have to change some stuff. Like
I think long distance relationship comes with a different type of maturity.
True.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because if you talking about like you're in
Maybe like
another
the
country, you also like. I don't expect you to stay up waiting for me because it's kind of creepy.
no,
By
it's
the
not
time-
creepy.
no,
That's how y'all gonna
it's
make your
just that by the
relationship
time
work.
I'm gonna get home, you haven't slept.
I'm just
You're
saying,
waiting for
creepy,
me,
I don't
and
think
you
is the
have
right
a
term.
work.
Yeah.
But then if you don't wait for you
Like-
to get off work, how you
When are
guys
you
gonna
ever gonna
end up
talk?
talking though?
No, but like
But it's not like you're always going out.
So the whole relationship is
It's not
based on a
about
text.
going out.
No, like-
Let's say I work and I go to school, right? And by the time I get home, it's 11 p.m.
Right.
And you waking up at 8 p.m. I mean 8 in the morning, and you gotta go to work. I have to sleep. By the time you go home, I'm in class. By the time I get up, I'm going to
the
work.
same way,
Like how
the
is
same way you still have crazy schedules with like
With
different
someone.
people,
Yeah,
and
different
you're in the
people.
same state, but you still find
Exactly.
a way to make
God,
it
that's
Thing,
that's
It doesn't
different though. Let me
exactly-
tell you, that's different. You can be like on my break, at school, on my break, I can get the time to kind of squeeze you in. We can go out for lunch.
There's a chance
You know,
somewhere there.
yeah.
That
there's a
break
chance.
you can text the person or call the person.
And then I have to wait for another hour for him to text me back.
I feel like
But
she
you
just
can
have
give
this
each
mentality
other-
like
you can
it's
give
not
each
gonna
other-
work. So
Exactly.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because you could have the same time zone. Like my situation was out of state, but it was the same time zone.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the state, but like they don't experience the same weather I'm
Okay,
ever
check
in.
this out. I
You
have
know what
a
I'm
question
saying?
on
But
this,
it's the same
on this
time.
event though, right?
But it's still
The
long
other
distance.
thing about,
It doesn't have
like,
to be like a whole
relationship
different.
is trying to find out if you can stand this person or not, right? What if you spend all this time apart, the person comes back and you realize it was even like
This
you don't
is
even
not what I
enjoy
was-
time.
this
with,
is not
like,
what I
you know
signed
what I mean?
up
That's where
You know, it's like you don't get
tricky.
like you've invested time, right? You know what
That's
I mean?
what I'm saying.
Like so, like you come and then you don't enjoy it. I'm just
How
again.
you cannot
I
enjoy it?
personally
How you
Wow.
do it? Stop it.
But sometimes
Because
what's a different
you
way to
talk
love?
when you're
You
missing
People
each
love
other.
differently. Some people and that's the thing with marriage too. Some people get into relationships or
Yeah.
marriages based on just knowing that, you know what, as long as you fit certain criteria on paper or whatever, like
Yeah.
I'm rocking with you. Like I don't see, and then you know, like
Yeah.
they talk. You know, it's not like I'm just gonna show up
Shut
at
up.
your door. And you know, you can make a decision. Like I'm gonna make sure this is a good time. I'm only gonna see him for a week this month, and you go there. And I get what you're saying. Like, but what if you don't?
Because the
But
whole, for me, I feel like when you're in a
sometimes
relationship, right,
people
you're
will
trying to
make
find
it.
out if you're into this person or not, right? And then if somehow, like, at the beginning, of course, you have that excitement. You might be willing to risk it out and like go long distance with them and all that vibe, right? But then, what if, my G? What if they're gone and then you come back and then it's like, yeah,
Different
That's
feelings.
what I was gonna say. I feel
that
like the long
anticipation
Yeah.
must be like, I don't know.
The long distance, I feel like I personally, if you're gonna do long distance relationship, you better know the person better.
Yeah.
That's
Because
like that's
you
a whole
are-
different like
you are-
yeah.
You are willing to wait for
I agree with that
somebody,
one.
you know? Because if I don't know, like we met online and stuff, and there is a
That's
lot when
hard.
More so, that's what I was talking about when you meet the person right away. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But that could be next door, and it's just online. It could still a stranger.
Online? No, online is just
Online
shit,
dating.
See,
that's-
that's what I'm saying. Online is
Online is
different.
Every
different.
Bombo Cloud episode you have, now your girl is next door, you took it online. What are you trying to do to me, bro? Like,
Y'all don't understand that you can meet
Yo,
someone right in your
the
neighborhood
devil's
online,
advocate is you.
and you still don't know them.
Yo, like, my God, like, it's an episode thing. Like, I like it though. This is gonna be the clickbait for this like promo for this video.
There's
But,
apps based on that.
Huh?
There's apps based on that.
On what?
Apps that will only show you people that's in the same bar that you're in.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Same
that's also
club.
the same as you
They're
end up
still
going to meet
strangers.
you're still around.
I
They're in your
think that's
proximity. You
more
get what I
of
mean?
online.
So when you're like,
You meet there, but somehow you're gonna have to meet. But we're talking about sometimes people meet online.
But
They're
that's
madly
different.
in love and they never.
Yeah, well,
gonna
and then
meet.
you,
Like,
that's when you go
you
online and you
both
search
know.
your, you
bro,
put your,
if
you put your
Shorty's next door
distance
to me,
to some
she can hear my
hundreds of
frustration
miles away.
even via internet, bro. That's not a problem we're having right now. They're talking about different time zones, and now
I feel like if it's I forgot what I was gonna say, but
rewind.
yeah, somebody else. Talk
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
You're talking
I wanna
about
agree.
it's online or quick. I feel like that's what you're saying.
Give up.
I want to agree with something that Teresa said about you have to have a certain level of maturity
Yeah.
to enter into a relationship that is already long distance. Now, there are pros and cons of being in a long distance relationship, but if you are willing and mature enough to allow life to happen, you may end up with somebody who is fucking amazing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you really may. And there's something that says
But life,
anything
you
that's
can't
worth
wait for
having,
life.
though, anything that's worth having doesn't always come easy to
True.
you. You know what I mean? So if you got to work at it and labor over it, then once you get to that certain point, you really know it's real and you're going to appreciate everything that y'all went through even more, because then nothing will stop y'all. So you'll
And-
go even further.
So wait,
Even though
but
you're saying,
let's just
like,
put the
you
premise
want-
here.
The
Though,
goal is
before we
still to
start
not
off,
have it be a
we're
long
saying
distance.
if you get to know the person and then
That's-
you put in some work before this all happens, right? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, the
It's
work
'cause,
can
again,
come.
it's
the
a
com-
very confusing thing for me.
The
right now.
work can come before or after you've actually gotten to know a person more. Let's say you meet someone, because relationships can be defined as an intimate relationship or a relationship that we're just starting out as friends. because sometimes they say most relationships or the best ones start out as friends. So maybe we're friends and you're living out of town and we're communicating on that friendship base, and I'm getting to know you, and it's like, okay, well, I want to come and see you. So I'm coming to see you, and now it becomes more of a romantic getaway. And I'm home, and I'm bogged down by life, and you're where you are bogged down by life. But then we set this time aside for one another, and we meet up wherever we're
My
meeting.
thing is-
That can work. That's what I said before. If it's longer than 5 hours, 7 hours.
You just have a problem with distance.
Yeah, she just.
That's
Doesn't matter.
Because man, you have.
I'm with it still, my
Let me tell you, if you somewhere that I need to fucking fly. Oh, I used the F
No,
word,
no,
but
it's
fuck
not.
it. If I need,
that same energy, my guy.
if that's not for me. Like I'm not gonna. This is what I'm not gonna do, right? I'm not gonna lose myself trying to make stuff work. I'm not work, but like I'm not gonna lose myself trying to find. Oh, then I'm gonna be like, oh no, I can't do this right now. I have, to plan my trip to go visit
But don't
somebody.
you have to do that still now when you're dating up, even though it's short,
I
like
did it.
at a smaller scale. Like
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like with that. The thing is, even if you want to go on a date for a cup of coffee with them, you still have to plan these things.
But
Who
you
said
plan
2 hours?
it. Let me tell you, you plan it. You plan it 2 hours. What I'm saying, it's you planning a trip to drive 10 hours, and you have to plan another date for 3 other hours, and that's 2 days that you're gonna spend there, 3 days that you're gonna spend there, and driving back.
But to counteract that, don't you think that even makes it more precious because now you're putting in the work in the relationship as well?
That's what I'm saying.
Like-
It makes it more precious, right?
But isn't the guy coming to you?
Is
Isn't
that-
there
yeah.
a balance? Like, if it's equal, like the guy's coming into you like that,
And then I
you're-
go
and then
back.
you
Yeah,
tell
I
you
get
to
it.
go.
But at some point, you lose yourself. That's what I'm trying to tell
What
you.
you losing?
You lose yourself by trying. All right, I've been in one, right?
Okay, so you felt like you lost?
I felt like I lost myself because I was trying to keep, that.
It just didn't work
fight.
out as
What
the
your
close
thought?
relationship we work or won't work out too. You know what I mean?
So okay.
So, but keep going. Sorry.
What was I saying?
No, you're talking about.
Like you lost yourself.
Like you've been.
Yeah. I was in one, right?
Yeah, long distance.
Long distance
Talk about it.
relationship. And at some point, I had to do more hours at work, like 16 hours for 2 days or 3 days,
Yeah.
so I can get some time off.
Okay.
And then those time off, I wanted to go spend my days with him, or him will come see me.
Okay.
But I had
because
to.
of him. Did you schedule your hours because
Of
of him?
course,
No, I'm
because
just-
I
again,
have to
for
go.
the viewers.
Yeah,
They
because
don't know the background.
I
Okay.
schedule myself like that at work.
Yeah.
So I could go see him, or he can come here and we have some good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mind you, the good time we're gonna have, I'm not probably gonna rest because we're gonna be going to the movies or visit some stuff or go out to eat or go out to drink, And tomorrow I'm gonna wake up with a hangover, and we gonna wanna do more. Go do, like
Activities
couple.
just-
Okay.
And I'm gonna go back to work to the 16 hours, and I didn't have much sleep. So imagine if you're in school.
Okay. So
That's how you end up, like when you're in school, you like, okay, I'm doing 16 hours, now I have to see him, and some days I have to go to school and do my homework.
The thing is, you have to cut off.
Like, you just like you.
does that mean
But
like
he
you
can
just have to be
understand,
ready
like-
for it? You think it's just if you were ready?
Yeah, but sometimes you get in a situation.
Yeah.
Let's say you in a situation you wasn't you was working like part time, and you get to a point where, oh shit, I have to do my full time because my bills are getting way too big.
Shout out to the bill.
Yeah, so you go there, you do you do your full time hours,
Bills
and
are
then
everybody's friend.
Hey,
yeah,
can't miss
let's say.
them.
And they're my enemies.
That's what I said.
Enemies.
Not my
They're not
friends.
friends of anybody. I don't think bees. Probably bees are your friends, but I don't know how they're friends to you.
Shit. it.
They're friends.
You
I think they're with us.
They're
They're with
them,
us.
bro. Like otherwise,
Can't live
it's just-
without them.
They turn dark real quick, bro. Like I feel like.
It's what you can.
But
The
go
same
back
way
to
you
the
can
point.
live with your enemies. Your enemies are always watching
Oh,
you. You know,
watch
like every step.
These
Exactly.
are
Like
some
your
under your
friends-
doors, like just.
Yeah,
like,
your friends are there to like chill. You know,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't think can chill on anybody.
If you
Alright,
have
so-
some friends
bills
that
are
not pushing
always
you,
like-
but no, go back and then we can go back to
Let's
Shed's
go back
point.
to-
I wanted to say something about her coffee date thing.
Okay.
She was making a really good point.
coffee.
Sometimes she would like to set up a coffee date
Activities.
and
Lunch.
other activities and stuff. And we're saying, well, you still would have to kind of jump through some hoops, even if the person is in your town.
Yeah.
The difference is, if the coffee date at 3 p.m. don't work today, we can just
Fix
do
tomorrow or the
drinks
next day.
at 6 or something at
11
9 or whatever,
after
or
work.
tomorrow we go for coffee again.
I got
If
you.
it's a long distance type thing,
You don't even have that 2 hours.
you don't
Like,
have, you miss something.
It's gone for
It's
like
gone.
you're saying like there's no
Like, it
yeah.
ain't no, okay, well, something came up, so let's just do that in a
You
couple
can work
hours,
it out
or
and
let's
eat
just do
dinner
that
online
next tomorrow or
together,
something,
just
or next weekend.
yeah,
we'll
be
go for
like,
it.
so what we having tonight? Thai food? Or I got you, babe. I'm paying for you. Like, no.
But I'm not saying, I wholesomely
Right.
agree. It takes
Yeah, the way
maturity.
my throat is-
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
it's about
maturity.
maturity
A long
though.
distance
I'm not.
relationship.
I don't think it's about maturity. It's about what you want.
It's a,
No, I
No,
think
I'm
it's
saying
what
maturity,
you want
what
in
you say about
maturity.
maturity?
Maturity,
It's about
like, if it's
understanding each
gonna
other.
work, the
You know what I
people are
mean?
mature
No.
about
You
it.
have to be mature enough.
You have to be
Not that it's
enough
mature to
No,
get
no,
into
no,
it.
no, no, no. You have to be selfless enough. You have to be
So you have to sacrifice a lot.
sacrifice. Yeah, you
comes
have
with
to.
But love is
maturity.
about sacrifice.
It comes with
It
maturity.
depends.
Love is all. Love is
Yeah,
all
there's
about
some sacrifices
You
that
have
you
to
make.
be-
Like the
Romeo and
sacrifice you make
Juliet.
in the long
Romeo and
distance
Juliet, those type of
relationship.
sacrifices, that's way too much.
No,
Me
I'm
sacrificing,
not talking about
me
like giving up
sacrificing
your
my
life.
Some
bills.
sound- I need some like air horns when Vanny says some crazy shit like boom 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 boom.
No, like I'm not
that's
gonna.
how I'm like,
I'm sorry,
that's
God.
it.
Probably I will never have a strong relationship, but I'm never gonna sacrifice my bills over a guy.
Did you just jinx yourself right now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You okay?
All right, let's hear
but-
talk, and I want to hear
Like,
Faith,
that's
because they have the
where
positive
maturity
feeds on it.
comes in, where I'm gonna have to tell you, like, listen, babe,
Maturity.
this
Bills
cannot
are-
work, and you have to understand because I'm working, trying to pay my bills. You cannot come and be mad at me because I'm trying to work to keep a roof over my head.
But
Then I
how
feel
much
like
is
we
it
should
gonna
not even-
help
we
you
should
with
not
the
even-
bills
Yeah.
though?
We should not even be together. You don't have to help me if I have a job.
Wait.
You helping me, it's your choice. I cannot hold that against you.
In that
over
same
your
thought though,
head.
let's just we haven't heard from Faith in a minute.
'Cause-
Balance,
Yeah,
Faith.
I'm
Balance.
just
Like I want to hear you,
relaxing.
Faith. I want those comments right now. Like I'm ready.
Well, all I gotta say is
This is something that
when
Yeah, like you're gonna be like.
discussion is over. No.
when I came to Pittsburgh for vacation for school,
Where did you come from? Just to set light for these people.
from Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
Shout out to Florida.
So I met my boyfriend now. At first, I've never been in a long distance relationship because I used to have this negative feelings like, no, I cannot do long distance. It ain't for me. But when I met him and we spent time together, I got to know much about him. And even when I went back to school, it was really hard. But we sacrificed and made sure it worked out because I saw the kind of amazing person he's going to be. And I saw myself in the future with him. You know, it's not just for...
Exactly.
It's
That's a
not
lot of maturity.
short
Yeah,
time,
you are
yeah.
That's a lot of
Like,
maturity.
That's not maturity. That's
big,
love making you blind.
That's not... How is it making me blind when I'm still in the relationship? How am I blind when I'm still in the relationship?
That's me.
I just don't want to see the.
No,
Wait, no,
Relationship.
let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Vanish is still.
No, let...
If
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna see you in 4 months, babe, I'm going to work. Okay? I mean, I'm going to school. Just 4 months. I'm coming back. Yes, your situation was. Yeah, I understand.
Was what?
was okay. Like somebody
It
can live
doesn't.
with
It's
it.
still long distance. It
Still
doesn't
long
matter.
distance,
Yeah, but the thing though, you
Almost
knew at
enough.
some point you was gonna come here and move in.
But
with
okay,
her.
I don't know how much
No.
you guys want to talk
Yeah.
about her stuff.
I don't
No.
think that was
But
on
at
That
that
was
time,
in the
did you
I don't think
know?
that was
Can
on
I
play.
tell her story?
Exactly.
Wait, 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 wait,
Exactly.
wait, wait.
Let me finish.
Right?
Yo, let's give him background. If you don't mind, did you know you were gonna come back when you left Pittsburgh after your holiday here? Because she came
Or
here,
like
what?
the
It was summer,
first
right?
time you
Yeah,
met
It was
her.
summer.
Let
Yeah.
her tell her story.
Okay,
I'm
guys.
just painting the like vibe, like, hey.
The first time you met him, did you know, or like the second time when you came and saw him and went back, did you know that you were gonna come back and actually stay here?
Yeah.
By the way, she's staying here. I didn't know it was.
Yeah,
this
now
was something.
I'm
Now
staying
she's
here.
Yo, guys,
Pittsburgh.
fast forward, crazy.
So did you know that it was something you were gonna do, or
No,
it just
'cause
happened like life
It just happened because even when I went back to school, I was like, I don't think this is going to happen, you know. But he was putting the effort, and I was putting the effort. He was sacrificing, I was
I
sacrificing.
remember this
Let me
cat
tell you
calls
about
mine.
it.
Oh
They can
my
even,
God.
bear
Let me tell you
witness.
about
That's
it.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's what I'm
So-
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
What are you
That's
saying?
what makes it more
That's
beautiful.
love that
That's
makes
what
you
makes it more
blind to
beautiful.
No,
sacrifice
how does it
yourself.
make me blind when I'm still in
It's
the
not
same
being blind.
relationship?
That's what I say, and I'm
Stronger.
happy. I'm happy for that. I'm
Okay.
really, really,
When,
really,
when you say
really-
blind, she's like, what was I blind to?
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
she's gonna
I saw
automatically
my
ask.
future.
This is what-
I know I
But
wanted
you're
to
saying
spend my
she's
time with
blind.
him.
Could see
It's not
farther
blind.
than
She's just
a blind.
she know it's a sacrifice, and she does it because it's love.
Yeah,
because it's great.
Because it's going to make
You
something
get it?
happen.
She
you know?
sees those sacrifices.
What
And
I'm
then
saying-
now she's seeing the result.
Now I'm saying I'm
But when you use the
Tama,
word blind,
Tama,
you're gonna
Tama.
be blind to what?
Oh. If you wasn't here, do you think your relationship would still be working?
Yes.
Why not?
Because even when
You
we
guys
started,
do
we
not
started.
I believe she would have made it
That's a
work.
question.
I watched that shit happen.
The
Do you
old
know
dog
to
in my
what?
leg.
No,
God.
do you know to what?
Bro.
We would go to a hookah bar.
He would have a
This
laptop
man
and a
has
hookah bar already, like.
whole laptop.
Don't worry, let me tell you again.
A whole lot-
Let me
what?
tell you
Laptop.
again.
He
'Cause
has
his
a
tablet
laptop.
was acting
He's
up.
like saying
That's the
hi
first
to me.
month of the
Laptop at a hookah bar.
relationship. That's the
Nigga,
first month of
like-
It doesn't
relationship.
matter.
Yes,
like,
it does.
how?
Ask my sister when I came
I
here
almost
in
jumped
a
him as a friend, real
relationship.
quick,
Okay.
because-
I was look sleeping. What's sleeping? Laptop everywhere, Skype everywhere. I was always like this.
But you gotta
And you know,
understand
like,
it works different from different
that's
people.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I said to me. It wouldn't work. Like love.
And to her.
And I feel value
was-
not
Yo,
patient.
I feel like you have a
You know,
definition.
so that's
Like,
what I'm
her
saying.
mindset is like it's not gonna work.
You know, I mean,
Right.
Daddy, I know you. I know
We
you're
know it's
not a patient
scrappy.
person like I am.
I want to
too.
hear other people say how they make it work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how
Lynn,
would you make it work?
Your
Let
turn,
her
Lynn.
know like where
Guys,
the
it's Lynn's
problem
turn.
is. You know.
Oh yeah.
Even face to face is
Yeah.
You got
about
a minute.
commitment and sacrifice.
Yeah. So
You can transition us into the other part.
Wait, but like
we're still there though, but like a
I
little
just feel
Let's-
like with for relationship to work, there's gotta be a lot of sacrifices, and I don't care how much you guys say there's no
Yeah.
maturity needed. You
Guys
gotta have
are
to be
being
mature to
mature,
understand
yeah,
certain
it
things.
is.
Because some people will fight you over something that makes sense, like it's straight. There's
bit. What happened?
Come on.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh no. So, we're back on. Just making sure some things are good. But and yeah, Marius had to leave. Technical difficulties, so it's just us six at this point. But back to what we're talking about. You guys were saying maturity is needed
it is.
for these things to work. So, talk about it.
I feel like maturity is needed in all relationships.
Yeah, I was about to
Because
say
if
too,
you're not
yeah.
matured, you cannot keep a relationship.
Your faith.
It's
intimate
Thank you, girl.
relationship. Like friendships, you have those friends that they acting out. You just pick them as they are.
No relationship.
But what were you saying?
It's
I'm
what?
sorry.
Relationship is more about. I'm trying to. It's more about communicating and compromising.
But that defeats the whole thing you were saying. All that stuff you hated. It's all this is.
Yeah, I'm talking
compromise.
about when we together. Now, when you
But
are
to
apart,
compromise, I feel like way harder when you're apart.
that's what I say. I can't do it apart because then I have to compromise way more.
It's still compromising. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
how
but the
far
percent.
it
Let's say the
goes.
percentage I can compromise. It gets way higher.
This is like a freaking like.
Say what you were saying. Like you were saying,
I was saying.
Sorry.
if you can see yourself in the future with the person,
I
say
feel
that
like,
vibe.
so this is the thing for me personally with the whole long distance relationship. So one, there has to be maturity where I'm gonna have to explain to you something or like tell you something. I don't even have to go really too deep into it because
You can breathe.
you're gonna have to understand as a person who, not as a person who has to go through the same thing. We might not have the same situations depending on where we're living. If I'm here and the person is back home, my issues might not be the same.
Yeah.
But I feel like you have to understand when I say something like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. As a person I am dating, you should be able to understand. It's not that I'm not trying to talk to you or I'm trying to be all this. I just have responsibilities other than just being your girlfriend or dating you. And then on top of that, like communication has to always be like there. There's no way you're gonna have the whole thing happen without communication. The thing I was telling you, what did I tell you again, Shannon? About the I was
If you can see
saying,
yourself,
yeah,
if you can't, you might as well.
long
Yeah.
distance relationship. This is the thing.
But what
If
you
we're
see yourself with
dating,
somebody?
no, if we're dating and you look at the future and there is like, it does not matter how many years or how much you're gonna wait, you're never gonna. It's like dating Siri or like dating a computer thing that it's there, but it's never
an idea.
gonna be there. It's
Yeah.
like it becomes more of an idea you have of the person, because there's a lot of things that happen when you are together that you cannot, because through messages there's so much you can hide or so much you cannot say, or even the phone or video call. It doesn't matter. You're not with me 24/7. Even if I was in a bad mood, I'll have to.
And those can be
take it
controlled.
away.
Those
Yeah.
are all controlled things.
But if
we
I'm-
control how this phone call or how this video chat's gonna go.
So if it's something like we're never ever gonna see each other, I feel like it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
It's up to you for how long you want to try it, but you're getting nowhere. It's like trying to meet on two parallel lines. They're never gonna meet ever.
She was gonna say something.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
before-
last time.
Yeah, you had like a vibe until.
I don't know.
You
I
said
said
you
I
wanted
wanted to
to
talk
talk
about the
about-
coffee. You had said you wanted to talk about something else at the time.
It was Love is Blind. You wanted to talk about.
Love is blind was your motto.
Oh no!
It was something
I think
I
it
say.
was about losing yourself.
Losing
You had
yourself,
mentioned
yeah,
something
that.
about losing yourself, and I just want to say that you can lose yourself in a relationship that's right in the same city, because and you can. Sometimes there's people who are givers and there's people who are takers. So if a
Yeah.
person is a constant giver and they're giving so much of themselves into a relationship, it's easy to lose sense of self in any relationship.
Yeah,
Not even about it being out of town, because for real, an out of town relationship might help you find self a little bit more, because you're leaving everything that you have to do at home, and when I'm coming to be with you, it's me and you. Like, it's not everybody else. It's not my problems back home. It's not my daughter. It's not my son nor my mom or anybody. It's me and you, and I'm here, and I'm going to take care of your needs, and you're going to take care of mine. Even if it's just the need of us feeling like you're not alone, like you're just with somebody who gets you. So I don't know if losing self is something that just comes with being in a long-distance relationship. That has to do with the amount of self that you are willing to give for that relationship.
And I think we gotta be open. None of us mentioned this before, but like, I feel like the split could be where people don't mind long distance relationship because they know that that's the relationship that any relationship that they get into, it's gonna involve long distances anyway. So they seek out somebody who can handle it. Like we were talking about people with the money and the wherewithal, the means to travel all the time. They might seek out somebody from whatever city that they happen to be traveling in, because they know that wherever it is, or it could be home base, it doesn't matter. Like, but wherever it is, it don't matter where you have your significant other because you know you're gonna be floating around the world every year, and you need somebody that can deal with that. And so some of those people, they seek that kind of set situation out rather than seeking out people who you're there first. Like, them messing with you, that's their first time dealing with somebody who's always somewhere else, floating around in different cities.
Yeah.
And only being home for so long, or only being able to, you have to fly out and meet them somewhere. Like, if you ain't used to that type of life, it ain't gonna be for you, and they probably know not to look for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There was a post on the internet where they're saying this lady got married, but she still does not live with her husband. Like, her husband bought 2 houses, actually.
Yeah, I've seen that.
One
That was
for
insane.
just her and one for him. It's not like she's trying to cheat or do whatever. She just feels like she needs space.
They live in the same city.
No, like it's very close,
It's
right?
just-
Right beside each other, I think.
They
but
just
it's just
don't
like,
want to
That's
leave.
waste of money.
I
they
don't
have the
think
money though.
so.
Like it's
It's
there.
more of she does not. She likes her personal space, and the husband understands that, which is not what a lot of people would understand. Like, not just even the men, even for the
Yeah.
women, it's like, we don't want to live with you, but for him to even understand. That's what I'm saying. There's some type of maturity. Like, the levels are so different. But you're not gonna tell me I'm gonna buy 2 houses
Hell
for
no.
you.
I don't
Just
think
for
it's
space,
about-
but
Do you think maturity involves trust too?
Yeah, trust.
yeah,
Trust
maturity
is like a
like,
big
you
deal.
gotta-
I don't know.
I think I understand what she's asking.
I
though.
don't know. You can be mature enough, but sometimes
I
you
think
go
trust
like,
is not necessarily maturity. I see
No.
where she's going with
Trust-
this. Trust is what you show and what
What
you
I'm
don't
Be
saying
show.
gullible and
Trust is
somebody
something that
to, like,
is worked
No,
on.
I'm saying
But maturity
yeah.
doesn't allow you to believe that just because we're not in a city together that you're cheating on. You're
Oh,
cheating
yeah,
on
yeah,
me.
yeah.
You
That's
know what I
like
mean?
kids
So that's
thinking.
being mature. enough.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
mature enough to know that you're grown and you're able to conduct yourself
True.
and do whatever you actually
And
We
want
should
trust
we
is
should
like
use
with
that
us,
vibe
that's
to
true.
reel in the whole what do we, since we're on it,
Yeah.
we know it.
Okay.
What do we think about the sex part in
Relationship.
these type of relationships and stuff? Like, where does the importance of it lie?
I feel like that makes.
And
it
I
even
think
harder.
that's gonna be the thing that
Oh, and
separate
these ones.
what do we consider a long distance relationship. Because if the sex is only 3 hours drive, 4 hours drive, then maybe I can deal with that. And to me, that's not an issue because at least I can drive for 3 hours and get it. But anything I have to book a flight for, well, now that's really like my idea of a long distance because I'm measuring it with the access to affection and sex and stuff. You see?
Access.
That's like the measuring. How far is that away from you?
But when you get there, the intimacy is
I
much
feel like-
more better.
Do you guys
Don't you
feel like
think so?
sex is that important to
Yeah, you make it work, I guess.
I think sex is important.
So too.
It's not a requirement.
As soon as I see this, that is like,
I think it's important.
it is important. Like,
It's important for several reasons. You want to be satisfied sexually, and if you're not satisfied sexually,
You're gonna look
it's like
for it
you're going to look for it
somewhere
somewhere
else.
else.
Yeah.
So then now that trust isn't there. And in a long distance
But this is
relationship,
getting
but that
addicted to
don't bring
porn
up
some
about
these days, so,
maturity
like,
though.
Hey.
When let me say, I'm in a relationship, right? I'm not being satisfied or whatever, and I'm mentioning to my guy. Now, instead of him working on himself, let's say he tried like everything he could have tried, and it didn't work out. And and I go to a point where I'm like, I'm gonna, go
Is it gonna
around.
make
I
or
love
break
you,
the
right?
relationship?
Like, I love you. I really want to
Even
stay with
because of
you.
the sex.
do you stay
No,
with
that's
him?
what I say. I really love you. I really want to make this work, but I shit, I need my fingers are not enough no more. Like, I need more right now.
My
So
fingers ain't enough. I respect.
so like what? Do you trust me enough? Like, can I? No. No.
Is it
Do you just
if the sex isn't good in a relationship, do you stay in a relationship?
That's what's gonna tell how
Like-
important sex is. To
Did,
you in a
like
relationship.
if the sex isn't good, do you
Look at
stay?
them two.
If everything else is okay and you're able to deal with it, but sex isn't good,
So wait, Vanny, what were you saying? Come on.
No.
You
He
asked
asked.
them.
They asked if sex was.
Is important.
If I would leave somebody, if sex was.
If everything else was good in the relationship, but the sex was the thing that's bothering you,
But don't
would
you
you
think
sacrifice?
before, let's say, before you get in a relationship where you
Okay,
You
but
go-
sex can
there's-
burn out. Okay, so it was good for the first
Sex
few
can
times. Burn out. It could
are
be
we
a
married
thing.
for 45 years?
No, when I say burn out, it means it was a good night. You caught him on a good weekend or something. You know?
No, I don't
And
have
it-
those
the excitement.
part-time times. No, I can't do it. Like,
And
you're not
then
gonna
after a
be
while-
part-time in
But
bed.
you also have to realize some people will be in a relationship without having sex and then they end up having sex and you were already in a relationship, so do you leave
No, wait.
after the first
Well, that's
Let's
the
talk
thing.
about
That's
this
the
whole
different
different
ways.
vibe.
There's
We were
the different
talking
ways
about
people approach
how
relationships.
long distance relationships can survive without the sex
Yeah.
or not, right? So let's just because that's
Oh.
a very like huge
It's
topic.
so
and it's-
But I feel like
No.
even the people who like
Abstain.
long distance relationship here agrees that sex is important. It's just
Uh,
whenever
So
they
how do
get
you
it,
go
they get it
around that?
less,
Like,
and it's
how do you go around
it's,
that for
it's
the ones
wonderful.
that think it's possible?
Okay,
But it's just not as often.
Yeah,
Let
she
us
I
know.
feel like sex is like a cherry on the ice cream. I don't know if you understand
cherry,
what I
Cherry
mean.
on top.
Yeah, yeah. To me, sex is important, but it's not a priority.
Shout out to sex.
So
What's a
yeah,
priority to you?
a priority is something that comes first.
Like,
Commitment,
Commitment,
love,
trust.
relationship.
being happy.
It's her vibe.
no, but
She's saying describe it within your look of-
within what you're saying in your relationship, what would be the main priority? If
Or where would sex fall?
Isn't your priority? She says it's not sex. It's number
Like
one.
let's say just in theory, right? You were with this guy and
you happy.
like you know you
You've never
haven't.
been that happy in your life.
And wait, stop. You're using her your personal experiences with her. Stop. But because no,
Yeah.
like because they don't know unless you're gonna give a like a vibe
I'm
about
just
it.
saying.
But
Okay.
I'm saying you're in a long distance relationship. You guys have not had sex yet. You find out like you've invested, right? You went to Florida, or whatever. You come back and it's time. Maybe you're ready, and then you guys go at it. You don't like it, but you've invested a lot of energy in this vibe.
Well,
Keep
I
the
won't be
same
invested
energy.
in the first place if I haven't tried anything with you.
So you say, hey.
Now
Yeah,
we're on the
bam,
same
bam.
page.
We're understanding,
Advice from
faith. Yes.
Try out before you buy.
Nah.
Try out the sex before you go.
Now we're
Especially
on
if
the
it's
same
long
page.
distance.
Sample the
Yeah.
milk before you bat a cow, huh?
Yeah.
But what
But
happened?
it's still not like
the main
the
thing.
main thing of the
Because
relationship.
this is the thing. If it's
That
the really
commitment makes her
main
get there.
thing, if God forbid, if anything happens to you and you cannot perform anymore, does that mean you're all done?
No.
I don't think people who are in relationships put sex number one all like that.
No, but the way she's
automatically
the way
means
she's
it's all
saying it
kinds
is
of
like
other
it's
shit.
it's like the first thing, right?
But then I think what he's
But
saying
I think
is
it
more
is
like the more
important.
you're in a relationship, like more like
But,
other things
okay,
become
let
a
me tell you.
priority.
That's it,
more than
yeah.
sex. That's what
But
it's
sex is
talking about.
important because it
Yeah.
means it, you need it in the
I think
beginning
that's what,
more
like-
though.
Okay.
Yeah, you need it in
But
the
after a
beginning.
while,
it needs
like,
to be.
That's how
There's
you
definitely
yeah.
different phases in life
You got
where
like the
sex is
honeymoon
more
phase,
important
and then
Yeah.
like you've got
than
like
another
certain occasions.
times, you know.
Yeah.
People get it popping when you're like New Year's and you know like nigga like
I also
Yeah.
feel like
Do you know? Let me tell you.
you
Do
know how
you
many
know
Christmas
loving
babies are my
somebody?
friends.
Like imagine you love somebody so bad, he makes you the happiest girl in the world. But you never excited to be in bed with them. Like when you even think about it, you're like, I'm just gonna waste my time again. Like that's
Oh,
not happiness
shoot.
to me.
But
You
that's a hard
communicate, or you teach you
Okay.
how to
That's
please
what I
you.
say. You did everything.
Yeah, let's go back
You
to that point
tried.
of you teaching
You
him how to.
taught
You
him
can teach him
everything.
stuff you're into. That's another.
Yeah, you can teach him how to please you.
That's what I said. You told him for 6 months, touch me like this, do this, like.
Why will you be teaching him for 6 long months?
Because I'm happy.
First thing is like, first of
I'm
all,
being on your
you
side
always
right
You
now.
gotta
I'm
take
happy.
this. You gotta take this
I'm
just like
saying-
when you found him. Yeah, I don't know if
You
it comes to the
said
refund.
sex is not a
My guy
necessity
can
in a
learn.
relationship.
I don't know.
But I'm happy. Happiness. Right now, I'm
Don't you have
happy.
some
keep
advice?
the person as a
Sex is that sex like I told him
Sex
everything.
is
You can
important,
friend
but
zone
it's
that
not
guy.
a
He'll keep you happy
priority.
in other departments.
You.
Yeah, you're right. Like
I
when
think
my
that's what
husband
happens
is
with all these
asking
things.
up.
It's like I don't know, but just like
No. God forbid. I don't want that to happen. I don't want to be happy and then.
But do
You
you
have
think
some
okay
advice.
if you're happy though, do you think you're gonna count out everything else just because of that, like, or you're gonna work your way around it though? That's the other good thing, right?
Okay,
What were you gonna
this
say?
is what I can do. Oh, I
Go
thought
ahead,
you
go
were asking me.
No, I was asking her, but like,
No. Go ahead.
But what was the question you just threw out so I could answer it?
no, I'm just
appropriately?
saying if she's happy as she says with that guy, like he's keeping her happy in every aspect of their relationship, right? And then the bed vibe is terrible, right? But this guy's making you happy all around, like except that. So are you willing to drop everything just for that, or you're gonna work your way around it? Like Faith said, try out different things. Maybe try to tell him what you're into, and like I don't know, go into an orgy. I don't know.
So this is just the hype. And here's a question. I'm throwing it out there because okay, you've tried to teach him a few things, and over a couple months, he's not catching on. But it's like, is he trying? And each time, does it get a little better? Because the more you get to know somebody, you get to know their likes and their dislikes and the way they want to be touched, or just one spot that might really turn them on.
Maybe
So like
you were the problem.
Oh, I can't be the problem.
Broken
that hoo-ha might not work right. And let me tell you,
You can't be
somebody done told
No,
me.
wait. Like, after
So,
a while, like, if the guy is really... Because she asked if he was trying. You said he was trying. And
No.
you teach
I'm
it.
not saying I've been in that situation before.
No, okay, then, like, okay,
But
if you
let me
haven't
say,
been in
if I'm
theory...
in that situation, right, where I try to teach a guy, like,
That's the
do
thing.
this,
You're
touch-
trying to teach him, and he's really trying to learn like she asked, and you said, in
He's
theory,
improving.
he's
So
really
how
trying.
is that
If he's not
much?
improving, is it
Okay,
maybe
he
something
can
with you? You're not
improve,
sexually
right?
attracted to
He
my
can
boy.
improve.
Like,
Of
it might
course,
be
if
like...
you tell him, like, do it like this, he can improve. But he's not gonna take you where you wanna be.
Oh,
But
you want to
with
go to
time-
heaven.
With time, how long am I gonna sacrifice myself?
But
I
it's
know
a theory.
that.
You don't know how long you've been waiting for either.
so-
This is
No,
a theory.
let me
Like,
let
it's
me
like,
let me
it's
let me
like,
let me
you gotta
say
give us,
this,
like-
right? No, this is what I mean.
He's like,
You do it the first time,
Because I
right?
know what the
You've been like
give me the answer, bro.
you've been in a situation where you
I
feel
really left it.
it's like,
like
I need
you
this.
know like this
This guy's
dude is
depressing me.
nice. This dude does like everything. Like you teach him, not teaching him, but like you try to tell him like this is what I like, right?
This is how she-
And then at some point, I feel like when they don't learn more, they're being so. How do you call
self-centered.
it? Yeah, or they think that you don't.
It's you that's broken.
Yeah, they don't exactly. Most of them.
You're taking too much out of them. Like,
Yeah, most of them
Like you
feel
got me
like
trying
they.
too hard.
Yeah,
Why
most
you
of
got
them
me
feel
out
like
here?
they
You're
don't
giving
want to
instructions in
try.
there. He's trying to have fun, and she's like, hey, no, yes.
But here's
I
the
don't know.
thing also that I don't know if all women understand. In order for sex to be pleasurable, you have to be somewhere mentally.
Yeah.
If
So
you're not
maybe
there
that's what I'm saying. Maybe
mentally,
you're not
sex
attracted to
is
the guy
whack with no
sexually.
matter
Like,
who you are.
maybe you like everything about the guy except the
Except
sexual
the
aspect.
sex.
of the
Maybe
vibe.
the
It's
sexual-
one time that he
Acceptable.
disappointed you.
Yeah, and you have that in your head.
You
It's
had
like-
that.
just
You
thinking-
had it there, and it blocks. It fucks.
And
you.
now
Okay,
it
let me
stops,
tell you,
yeah,
like,
'cause
I'm
Or
not gonna
maybe
make it
lie,
you
right?
might be
That'll
into your exes and you don't think this
No,
guy's
no,
the
no,
one.
no.
The other
No,
thing
I'm
with the
not gonna
exes too
lie,
is like when
right?
somebody
You haven't
take you to
moved on.
heaven,
Yeah.
You haven't
and
moved
everybody
on
else
from
is
your
only
exes.
taking you to the clouds.
You know, like,
It's
All I
like,
remember is that one.
it's like, man, the
You
cloud
mean-
view is
you mean
okay,
this one,
but
like-
economy.
when I was on the moon, it was all, you know. Like,
No. Let me tell. Like one thing that happened to me, it was, and they know about it.
don't mess with Scorpios.
It was a
Don't
one
mess with
time,
What are
right?
they supposed to?
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about
Party music, yes. Yeah. Bobby.
Shout out.
of you.
She said like, yo, bro, like it's never been the same.
Yeah, like some people.
What happened to you that we know? I'm just because that's what you were saying.
No. Like I said, that dude was cute. When I say cute as hell, we went for drinks a couple times. When I said smell the best, I was so fucking attracted to. I couldn't. He was the only thing I was talking about for days and months.
This was just off
But
of
see,
the
you can't
physical
have it
attraction,
all, I
right?
guess.
Wait,
Maybe- see, that's like-
And
Let's
then
talk about this
the
though.
time-
My guy, what was his issue though? If you want to go there.
Well, obviously, it was
Yeah.
No.
You hear me? Like that was just the physical attraction. Clearly,
Vanny's
that's
I
what
feel
you're
like
saying.
into tall ass guys, and this guy was like half my size.
No, but let's.
That's why he wasn't
listen.
tall enough.
Like, hey, you're not physically like you don't look at the guy and go, God damn it! Like, if
No,
you want to
no.
go like,
That one, I was like,
Finish.
ooh. That one, no. I didn't even care about, that he was
Okay.
five.
Let's see.
Six.
it was like
I don't
5
care
zero.
about
He was
that.
at the O's.
Okay,
Okay, so what
listen,
happened?
They go to the room or they
You go to the
wherever
room.
they- like,
You know why you don't even feel like staying the night? They're like, oh, you want to stay the night? You're like, no. My Uber's there, I have to work. And you're off the next day. So you're like, no, I got to go home because...
My guy was killing the game in a bad way.
usually
know,
they
and-
call you Uber.
And then they keep calling
She
you,
gotta go
like,
on Uber.
how do you tell them? They keep calling you, they're like, I thought we had a good time. So, happened to me once, but that was... Yeah, once when I try it the first time and it's not good, I'm not gonna go back. I'm not even gonna lie.
So
like,
the
I
anticipation
don't
goes
even
away.
care.
You don't look forward to see it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
not
being
even
this-
trying to get to know you. Like, no.
But that's like with everybody. Like I feel like most of the time you expect something,
Yeah.
and then
no,
it's not.
some
like,
people give it a second chance.
But did you give it a second chance then?
No, I'm not.
But you said after the first
If
time
I
you didn't
give
want
it
to
a
give it a
second-
second chance. That's what I'm just going over what you tell
I'm
me.
not gonna add miles down there with something that
Oh,
don't
Mokla.
make no.
But, so the first time disqualified him from everything.
First impression
He
matters.
said, "Homo class." I just like,
That's when it's
Yo,
serious.
that's when
that's what I said. So the Jamaican goes like, oh, but
Serious.
yo, yes, it look like.
No, but like for real.
I don't even think he realized it, but like, no, wait. So the first time was so bad, second time was not an option. That's
No,
what you're saying.
that's what I said. You can't keep adding miles with something that don't.
So you were not this guy. You got disappointed
Wow,
the first time.
okay.
Then that's it.
Yeah.
So, but before that, you were into it.
Yeah,
You were
before
excited
we
about
got the kiss was amazing. Like everything was.
But that's different.
But you guys
when-
think though, like we
for
were
it,
talking about,
for the long distance.
because this is it's a mix of both. Because right
Yeah.
now it's like
I feel like for her, it's just that if you invested too much into this relationship, you have to go like couple of miles.
Yeah,
to
if
make
I
this thing
invested
work.
myself too much.
But if it's just
What do you
like
count as
we just
mileage?
getting
I
to-
always challenge people with that, though. I always challenge people with the
bro,
mileage talk.
nobody knows what this mileage is, but this mileage
Because
is
the virgin
always an
thing
issue.
and all that, the one guy thing.
Bro.
Remember I was telling you? I think
That's
we talked
body
about this
count.
before. Like
Yeah.
body count. Like you give one guy, you give 10 guys one chance, or you
You
can
see-
give it up to the one guy 10 times a day. Like
I know because
you think
it's a
guys
very
give a
tricky
shit?
calculation.
Like,
Yeah, like-
y'all don't know how men.
Wait, that's the. But didn't you guys hear
But
the chick
us
say
women
like
fit-
when she's like she gave herself a number of guys she's gonna.
Yeah,
sleep
but
with,
giving one
and
guy
now-
10 guys one try 10 months.
But I feel like
And in
that's
one
what-
month
Different
you're
though. Let me
giving
tell
the
you,
one
it's not
month
different.
you're
It's
giving
just
the
that
one
you
guy.
don't wanna have
She
a
goes
lot
back
of
to the
names
other
on
one.
you. You
Oh,
go
she
this
goes-
one,
she
this one, this
recycles
one,
the
this
guy
one.
she slept
Yeah,
with.
because she cannot
Right.
increase her body count.
Yeah,
She
that's
said her
that's a
body
nice
Recycle the
idea.
name.
She
So
too.
you
just
don't have to
resets,
go,
resets the stuff like, but it's still she's out here like the number. But it's a very weird calculation.
number-
It's not. I feel
The
like
calculations are weird because you can have, like you said, you can have sex with one dude 2,000 times in a month, but then you can have two different guys 3 times a
Cause
month.
this is,
Other
let me
guys
tell
have
you,
different dick size, different.
it's not even
showgames
about the
and-
dick
That's the
size.
thing too.
Oh,
Like
It's not about that. When you go when you're talking with your girls, right? You let's say some say, "Oh my God, girl, I'm on my 6th now," and you
don't know
you're
yourself,
on my
though.
4th.
Is that like a
I don't
consider-
know.
It
But-
depends
Yes,
with
I'm not a
what-
woman,
what-
And
so-
some girls, I'm on my 10th, I'm on my
Lynn is
15th.
like-
That's what I'm saying. Like, you get scared, like, oh, Lord. You know, like, you don't want to keep adding numbers up.
But what does that have
I'm
to
gonna
do
be
with giving a
completely
guy a
honest.
second try, though?
Yeah, I want to be completely honest too. In the conversation when I'm talking to a whole bunch of girls, I'm not counting on my fingers how many people I have had sex with. And to be completely honest, I don't think it's anybody's fucking business.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
believe
my
that.
Lucy.
Yeah.
I carry her around with me.
And the other
And when I want her to dance with somebody, that's what I'm going to do.
But the other thing is I feel like when you limit yourself, you're like, I'm gonna have to go with like, let's say the girl is.
I
at
think
like
other
11.
anxieties come up.
You know, but like,
Maybe you're even thinking about that during the moment.
It's not.
That'll
It's,
screw up the whole moment.
Yeah,
You're
that'll
not
be
coming
terrible.
in.
Because you're not. You better work tonight.
think about number 13.
You better work tonight
That's
because
terrible. Like, that's
no,
not.
no, no, no. I'm not. I have a number that I want to get there, and I'm
Yeah,
not there
okay. Let's
yet.
talk about that number you're
You
trying to
have a
get to,
number?
right? No,
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't-
I have a question. I always wondered, right? When let's say
What's
her
the
number.
stroke number?
No. Wait. Don't worry
Not
about
stroke
that.
number.
No. Who's counting? The fuck? Like, she's
Not
gonna
the
be there
stroke
like,
number.
women's
The
count.
dude's number. The guy's number. Like
No.
guys that beat.
Okay, in that
beat,
theory
like,
though, right? Let's say your number is 10, right? You're on your 9th right now. I'm just getting an example. Now you only have one fuck left until you get married and start a family. Don't you think that also limits your options? You're gonna be married to a
No,
guy.
no.
You don't even have like whatever the next guy that comes
No.
along. You're gonna be like,
You can recycle.
Thank
How
fooling
long?
yourself,
You keep
my G.
recycling.
Yeah, you keep
Oh,
recycling
class.
until you meet the right one.
Among the 9 of
You
them.
have that one person. Let me tell you, you have that one person that you
No.
sleep and you like, oh, I
Maybe
need
you
some.
have-
Why is the person has moved
And you
on?
know they're gonna come, right? You know they will be there. It don't matter 4 in the morning,
don't have
5 in
I
the
told
morning.
you about that
Under my
dude that's
flop
on
or
every
phone,
in
right?
every woman's number in
Yeah,
their
right,
phone.
so-
Yeah, so you
why-
I
text
told you
them.
there's one in
Now
every
what
guy's
That
phone,
one
too.
guy that you can call up anytime, any place, and he shows up
But
because
dude,
he's
that
there
is
for
so
that.
easy for women to have. Like I feel like they can go walk on the street and be like, my God, let's go.
It's not.
But on the flip
it's
side,
a-
that's
it's
easy
a-
for any
Like
guy
walking
also.
out to the street
Guys
and
that
saying,
people
like,
like
right, let's go. It's a new
Let me go out and do
person.
this shit. They're
It is
rapist
a
shit.
new
Like look at
person,
him,
what you're
terrorizing
trying-
the whole neighborhood.
It is a new person. You're trying to recycle.
Not that I just try-
Yeah, you
openly
just
like
try
that,
to
like, hey,
you
let's
go
go,
back,
'cause
you know,
that's
like you're
just-
like I mean, to me, where I'm from,
I don't
it's not even where I'm from. What I believe in.
You gotta watch that stuff.
No, I'm not watching it. Like I just don't. I don't want to get married. Lord Jesus, I'm not
You
ready.
don't want to
for
get
that.
married?
These
One
are a lot of
time,
revelations tonight.
But not in 2 years. Not I'm not thinking about it.
oh, like recently. Soon.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, soon. I
Not-
don't.
not-
I don't want that. But again, I want to have fun. But what I don't want is getting to know somebody. We do what we do, and at some point, you know, our relationship don't work out. They leave, and I get to know somebody else. We do what we do. Our relationship don't work out, and they
You
leave.
should just have like
Oh, we've
3
discussed
guys
this
on
stuff.
speed dial.
Yeah, that's
Before.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's go back
So
to
you
this.
always have that.
The girl that was there's a girl that kind of kept that. Like she's not ready all the way with each guy. She has 3
She gotta
guys.
have it.
She's
What?
gotta have
Oh,
it.
she's got all the last like.
And we discussed how she just owns the situation and set it up in a way where it worked for her.
And she
Yeah.
lives
Then-
her life.
And you know,
I feel like
we
if you're
were
trying to
okay
make
with
yourself
that.
feel better, you should just don't fuck in general. Like I think that's what it is.
And basically,
The
she
whole
had a
respect
guy
thing
that she could
doesn't work
marry
because you just
tomorrow.
try to
She had a
trick
guy that she
you're
could
not tricking
never get
yourself.
tired of
I feel
screwing.
like that's
And
what
she had a
I'm
guy
with.
that she could
Friend.
drool on his body forever. And she keeps all 3 of
I
them.
got out of the shop because of the vibe.
I think
But-
I want to say because before we talked about being open-minded in relationships when we were talking about the interracial relationships, so I think you got to be open-minded in any relationship and even sexually, and especially if you're building on a relationship and maybe y'all didn't have sex initially, but as you're building and everything's right, and now sex happens once and it's not that good, and you communicate. You have to communicate, especially if it's worth it. And if it's worth it to that party, then they're going to be willing and they're going to try to please you in
All
any
right,
way
so
possible.
let me
Some
ask you
people
one.
are
Let me
But
ask
then,
you one
but
thing.
wait a second, because one other thing is, There's a lot of
I like
people
men.
who have problems sexually. You know what I mean? And there's a whole fucking store
Yeah, a lot of
with anything in it. Like, not only toys for women, but toys for men. Toys that y'all could use together. Like, there's ways to make
Options,
sex
hot
work
options,
for you.
hot
If the
options.
dick ain't big enough, ain't long enough, ain't thick enough, like, there's ways to make that shit work for
You can
you.
remix that sex.
So, like,
language.
and you just got to be open-minded with sex and not be afraid to explore new things.
No, there's a lot of.
I explore new things. To me, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think sex toys do it for me
You want the guy.
like a dick does it for me.
Oh, there's nothing like a dick. There's nothing like the
'Cause
skin.
it doesn't do it for me. Like,
I feel like it's the same for guys too.
What
like,
kind of
it's like
toys are
nothing.
you buying? Maybe we should go to a toy store.
Or maybe you should need to
together.
combine the
I'm
guys
just
with the
saying.
toys. You
And
put the
do a
guys and the
couple of
toys
those,
together.
I'm telling you.
like
But-
you know,
Yeah, or that too. You could if it's
or
really you're
maybe
into
this
the
is
guy
my
that
thing.
much.
Maybe when I'm in, I want somebody to be touching me. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know,
can
like
mix the
more
toys
into
in with the guy.
Instead of just
Yeah.
that pom pom, you just
yeah,
more
there's
that goes
more
into
to
action.
it.
Okay.
So I want somebody to grab me, like, you know what I mean?
That's why y'all use the toys together.
I feel like you have
Like,
to be
I'm
emotional.
sorry.
You're shocking
I'm
her
sorry,
system.
y'all ain't gonna- Don't get me started.
I was just saying, sex and the importance of sex in a relationship. I think we need to let everyone understand that it is important. It's just the importance level changes throughout the
Period of
the age of the relationship. Yeah,
Okay.
in the beginning it's usually something.
You see that face?
Because that's
It's-
even
it's a-
something that makes
it
you
could
come
be-
back usually. Like it's like, yo, I like this, right?
Yeah.
Usually, sex makes the person come back. I feel like it's like, yo.
But in the
this
beginning
stuff is
phases, it could be important to where we shouldn't have it because it's that
yeah,
important.
of course. But
And
I'm
then
saying,
you mess
once
with
you
that
have
person
it-
only because you both got that.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
And then you guys make it important because it was appropriate now. And then, you know,
It's like,
hey,
yo,
now it needs to kind of
but
carry us through.
Sex, you also
But then
get
kids
to know
come.
the person more. Like you get
Yeah.
that, like
Yeah.
when you're having sex, it's not because that shit lasts minutes or whatever. You're done, and then you gotta be with that person after that, right?
I got a
Yeah.
Right? Like after, like, cause you're not gonna be like, dude, bah, and you're like, oh, over.
Yeah, you
I'm
just
out. Like,
learn
you
a
gotta
lot
feel like,
about the person
even
and their
before you do it,
energy.
you hang out, you go out, you go eat food or something. You know, wine and dine or whatever. You get to. So I feel like that also brings people
Because
together.
it's like shared. You were able to like not just physically but metaphorically be naked in front of the person for the first time or whatnot.
Exactly. So like
You know, so each time you do that, it's a lot of things being transferred, and a lot of things is like unspoken too. So that carries it for like some of the stages in the beginning, but then when kids starts popping up, whether it's the kids from the sex or not, but kids relationship grow and sometimes kids come in,
Like
the sex
sneaking.
kind of figures out a way in there. You know, sometimes it become even more important because you know we love the kids, but the kids, you know, they take up time. So now
So that
you know,
brings you together,
we love
like,
the
you're
sex,
like,
but the
yo,
sex
like-
takes up time, and now you got to figure that part out. And then you move into a thing where okay, the kids are not a factor anymore because they're grown and whatnot. Now we have an empty house. Now what do we do? You know what I'm saying? And then you go into the phase where now your body is not that sexually, you know,
Yeah, but
on, you know, tooting flags every morning and stuff. And now you got to deal with, okay, now you know this person for decades. It's like, what do we do now?
Just
So
asking
text
for a
sex.
friend. What's that edge?
Just
What's the
asking for
edge?
a friend.
Yeah.
It's different
Just
for
asking
everybody.
For a friend, like,
No, it's different
Like,
for
wake
like
up.
it depends on the relationship. I feel
Yeah,
like and it's
like-
different for like vibes, right? Like
Just asking
it's not like
for
you're gonna
a
be
friend.
like 28 and you're like
20 what?
I'm just again I'm giving you like yo, come on, why you is your friend mad?
Is my friend. Yeah,
'Cause you're asking for a friend,
she'll
right?
be
Why you catch
pissed.
feelings? Let
She
the
wouldn't
friend-
like
yeah.
to hear that. 28, no, she's too young.
What were you asking for the friend though? I missed that. Sorry.
I was asking for the friend, like, what's that edge, you know, that you get to a point where in the morning or you wake up, you're like, fuck sex, like, I don't want to do it. Like, I'm not in the mood no more.
Well, it's not so much. It's just you get to a phase where you're not worried about the morning sex because you know there's always the night sex or the evening sex. Is that part of the relationship where
You get
It's accessible. Like it's like you don't have to like.
you're
like,
comfortable now? Like, what are you? It ain't about like
Comfortable.
not being able to have it in the morning. It's just that you ain't stressing in the morning.
I get it.
Yeah, you know it ain't going nowhere. It's that relationship moves through
Yeah.
stages, yo.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You
Yeah,
know,
when
in
you
one of
get
those
to that
stages.
comfortable space,
Yeah.
yeah, you get to a point where rounds go to 2 rounds.
Damn, girl.
Because you were doing championship like 8 rounds before.
Wait, hold
And the
that.
next day,
Huh.
there's nothing. And the next day, there's nothing. The next day, we cuddling.
Yeah, I think.
But what do you do?
I'm
What do you
taking you out or
do? Maybe you should be using maybe you should be using years, not days. But
Yo, like,
but
The friend did not mean like it's just.
But what do you
morning
do, though?
sex. She just meant like, you know
Oh, she's
how
still speaking
people
for the
just
friend.
have.
Yeah, I'm just
Oh,
the friend,
Right.
I got it
Active
confused.
for
Like,
friend.
friend.
No, it's
friend,
not
you
me.
a friend.
Friend.
Not
Yeah.
just specifically morning sex. Just like that time, people say you get a time where you like.
Sex isn't that important.
Or it's
period.
just a dry season for you. You just wake up today like it's not like you're saying.
I wanna
no,
say
it's
for
not
everybody it's
forbidden,
different.
You just don't feel like.
look, man, when you have a relationship, I don't
I
care.
think that's
Guys
what
will say
the
all this
friend
stuff.
is asking.
When you have a relationship in a full blown relationship, ain't nobody trying to have sex all day every day.
True.
Because
Not if it's a person.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kid stuff.
No,
like,
no,
what do we do? Stuck in school and we're getting lunch money?
I'm
No.
not on your
Some
side.
people are very sexual beings.
Yeah, but sex
Every
takes
day?
time, like
Morning,
every day.
afternoon,
I get it.
night.
Like
It might not be
I-
morning,
look.
afternoon, night. It might be at least once a day.
Or you
Once
have
a
quick,
day.
you throw it in there.
Yeah,
Like,
but
like,
just like that.
that's it. This is stamina.
Look, man, I've done it all, yo. I'm telling you. I've took those walks and it ain't. I don't see how you can sustain that.
Yeah.
I'm just
What
keeping
you
it funky.
mean? You
I
can,
think it's.
You do
more-
that for a month, and yeah, okay, I've had my fill. I can't
A
do that. I'm
month?
not gonna be doing
we're
that.
gonna have
I mean,
A month
every
of that
day for a
everyday
month.
stuff.
Yeah.
Tell me
I've
now.
been there, done that.
Tell me now.
no. Sometimes like a woman is in a
Look.
period.
Yeah,
we gotta
no,
take those days.
You said the way you said
It's
every
like
day
the
is
days
like
off are my period.
My days off are my period day. 5 days.
So that's the only days off allowed for the whole
Your
relationship.
days off is when she's ovulating. Trying to get
What about?
What
See, and
other
that's the
days
thing.
off?
It's like it doesn't even consider the guy.
Yeah, like it's.
And they're
so
acting
fucked up,
like guys
it's
are just naturally with that stuff. No, not really. Not
Because
no.
after a while, too, when something is very excessive, like he said, you work before, like you get to make certain things happen. You go on a date, like you don't get to see that person. You want to do. You have very few opportunities to link up and hook up, whatever, right? But after a while, like it's like you're together for
This
a long
is-
while.
Okay, if we married and we have kids, like 6 months, baby kids, like young kids, I understand we're not gonna do it every day. We're not gonna even, probably gonna even take 2 weeks without doing it.
Oh, yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
I
Let me tell y'all something. I got 2 kids. And one is 18, to be
You got
completely
2?
honest. 2 children. One's 18, one is 11. And I've been in long-term relationships. I like sex, which is why I can talk about toys and I can talk about whether it's going to make or break a relationship.
Machinery,
And
equipment.
because I like sex, and sex, I've had bad sex, and then I've had some people where you had to
Does not
teach them a
mean
few
you have-
things.
Shout out to the Scorpios.
I ain't say that. That's not my opinion.
Hey, listen.
But I'm just saying.
Right,
That
get it
means
right,
you have
bro.
to give up.
I actually like most Scorpio sex.
I don't know who they are, but it's okay. Like I don't know what
Like October,
when are they
November.
born? Okay, like, this is
October,
really hard what
November,
they say. I like the liberals.
Scorpios.
Who the fuck are the liberals, bro?
But so when you're a sexual person, and it's not that you want to have sex missionary every fucking day. You want it to be spontaneous. You're going to make ways for it to be fun. And even though you're in a relationship long term, I might tell you to meet me somewhere. I'm dressed in something different and I got on a red wig and we're going to
Would you do that every day?
What if I
It's
can't
not
find
about that every day. I'm
Every day
saying
something
this is how
different.
you change things up to make it seem like it's not the same pussy. So you're not getting tired
It's
of
like
it.
eating the same food again and
Yeah, I
again
get
and again,
that.
but after a while,
But
you're
did
like,
I not
wanna
say
order
that? I said all of that. I said that it's gonna move into a phase where you figure it out and you just make it what. But I was just saying, the whole
dynamic.
people talking about sex is so important. I gotta have it this and that much time each day.
Yeah.
I don't
To
know
me,
about the
that's
time
just-
frame.
Huh?
I don't know about the time frame.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
saying
Putting
I want
pressure on my
time
But people-
penis now, like it's
Yeah,
not-
it's like-
It's not a pressure on your
Bro.
people, but let's say if
Bro.
we
But now, if you're putting pressure on the penis, but you're also stopping the pussy to get what she wants, I mean, like, we can look
No, I
at
You
know.
guys
both
sometimes
ways.
you guys
Like,
get
but dude,
Why am I worried?
That's
Why should I be worried about
But that's
fucking your
wh-
pussy?
that's why-
Like I
that's
shouldn't be
why
like,
she's
oh, we
saying
didn't do it
it's
today.
not-
So you're looking at
That's
me
why
like
you
I
get it
refused
fast,
it
but
today.
when
If
I
So I must not
wants
like your
to-
pussy
if
all
she
that
wants
well.
to, then what? If
It's
she
not
wants
that-
to, she's gonna have to go on your
But like
diet.
that's a
First
whole
of all-
different
first
combo
of
where
all-
like how much can you how far are you willing to go to neutralize the situation or balance it out? Because they might demand a lot and you might demand a lot. They might. That's a whole different thing.
And that's where
Yeah.
the
You know, like,
toys
it's the
came
whole, like-
about.
And
where
that's-
yeah,
she's
if you
saying-
don't feel like giving
But after
me
a while,
I said that
she might be
eventually.
too
I
into
said
these
exactly.
toys. What if she starts you ignoring shit? She might be too into these toys and you come back
and
and
in
it's
the
like,
bathroom,
my
right?
guy,
She got
you're
comfortable.
gonna be in a long-term
Right.
relationship, long-distance relationship in your own
Yeah.
house. You're gonna
Yeah.
start thinking
You're gonna
this
be
is
like,
too-
oh, we're not bed,
Right,
that's
listen.
it.
But
I
I
don't
think
know.
that
I don't
the
know.
way you
So,
save that is
this
to
is-
have those discussions.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that you
have
always
those
need to
thoughts.
understand
Where we are-
in
where
a
we at?
relationship is that what one person won't do, another person will. So it might
True.
seem like it's a lot to ask for, and sometimes with women and men, I
Yes.
see the time, it's actually going to like when y'all peak is younger than when we're at our peak, at our prime. We're older, and you guys are like in y'all 20s when y'all at y'all prime. Our prime is in our 30s to 40s. No bullshit. The pussy is wetter and everything. Like the sex is just. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Wait.
Oh, we did.
So what you're saying is,
It's time.
ask
so
your
let me
side-
ask you,
ask
when
your
you're
wife-
35, 40 years
wait,
old,
Vanny,
that
Vanny,
you get-
no. Ask your wives to do stuff your side chicks are doing. That's
No.
what this is.
Hey,
No.
That's what that is. Side chicks are creative.
hey.
Lesson learned.
Put
That's
them
what-
side chicks out of business.
I actually need to get there.
In conclusion, long distance relationships, we've kind of figured out they kind of work.
Depends on the
I
Go straight to the
individual.
camera, just there.
Yeah, right there.
fuck long distance relationship.
Okay.
But if you're willing to make it work, it will
It
work.
will.
Exactly.
So that's the consensus.
Yeah,
Most of them
don't
said it works,
listen.
except me and her, I believe.
It's always what works with me.
Yeah. And then.
Because if I got the money and I'm floating around the world, I need somebody to like that stuff and give me a chance. So
Huh?
You got me lost.
No, I got what happened?
You travel
No, I
in
didn't
the
hear what
world.
If he has a lot of money and is traveling all around the world,
'Cause that's
he
how I
needs
get my
somebody to accept that, basically.
I
to
can't
like
give it
that
the middle
he's not-
finger.
You just
because
need your
Why
your
can't you- if you
chicks
got a
to
lot-
be in different locations.
That too, but I
That's a
mean,
different zip code.
If you got
That's a
money,
different
why don't
tax
you
rate.
take your wife?
Don't worry.
Your
he's
wife.
got
Oh,
a
your
life.
girlfriend.
Don't
Where
worry.
you going?
He's always-
But your
Yeah, but you
girlfriend
can't always-
has a life too, maybe. Like, what he was trying to
Goes
say
the
is
conclusion.
something different. It was, I feel like
But I
that was
think-
not
This
what
is
he was
Babylon
trying to
energy.
say.
So, in
Were
a
you-
vibe, in a nutshell, what we said is,
He didn't finish.
who's finished?
Him.
Okay, go for it. Oh, you can conclude it actually. So,
in conclusion, long distance relationship has a place in society.
Yep.
So for that
yeah.
reason, we can't totally say fuck it,
Yeah, 'cause
and
he
we
doesn't
can't
know where
totally
it's
say
gonna
it's
end.
the way to do it.
Yeah.
He's looking out for himself in case he gets
Just,
crazy rich.
just
He
because it
needs you
didn't
out.
work for you doesn't mean it will
He
work
don't
for
need
you.
It has a
jobs.
place.
He'll be fine.
But and
Yeah.
you don't mean it will work
What would
for
you say
somebody
to
That's
people?
what I said. Like just
But
because
what-
it didn't
what-
work for
what
you
he's
doesn't mean it wouldn't work
saying-
for somebody else.
Yeah.
But if you're married and have kids and now your husband has to leave, you gotta divorce
You're going to
him.
divorce
That's
your
what
Riley's
he's
moving
trying
out.
to
I don't
say.
think you.
No,
you're
no,
gonna
no,
watch
no,
this
this
whole
is what
interview.
That's
I'm
what
doing.
he's trying to say. Like
If my kid, I mean, if my husband get a job somewhere else,
You moving with him?
I am moving.
What if he's in
But
the
maybe-
army?
What if you have a career, like you have a life too, like
No,
you have a
first-
different career?
What if he's
I'm
in the
gonna
army?
transfer my career to
What if your
that
career
place.
is not that? That's
What
not
if
how
you
life
don't
works.
get a
Then
job?
sometimes that's when you say you have to
But what about the
compromise.
stability of the kids? Maybe they
It's
cannot
not just
be
about
moved.
you.
It's
Just
Okay,
sending your kids
again,
to
how
private
about-
school,
How about
university's
again my
coming
thing?
up.
How about their kids not seeing their dads all the time?
They will understand.
You come visit
I'm
once
sure.
in it's
4
life.
years, 4 year kid, 2 years kid.
Bah, yo, listen, you're using your kids to have sex. Don't worry about this.
It's not about
But
sex.
on a
You're
different
using your
note, you're
kids
using
to
your
move
kids
all
as your
the
friends.
way across, like, leave-
But
leave
No,
these
I'm
kids
not
alone.
letting. To me, I'm
what is
not.
your
If
conclusion on this?
My conclusion is, as Shin said, I believe it has its place. Like
Okay.
for some people it works, and for some people it doesn't, and that's fine also because some people need instant gratification.
And there's no,
But for
like,
those people who are willing to go the distance, they may come out with something
that's amazing.
that's amazing and you wouldn't find it in the city that you lived in. You had to go
Right.
somewhere else to get it. So, I don't know.
Yeah, so
Faith,
don't knock
what
it
is
up
your
until
vibe?
you try.
I would say give love a chance. You know.
Faith and
always
love.
short, but like always like
You know,
impact.
you
Peace,
can-
love,
What
and
about
hair
you, Randy?
grease,
Come
man.
on. Give us that sauce.
I just,
Just fuck long distance
okay, I
relationship.
said no. I said I can change my mind. Good luck to everybody that believe in long distance
Shut up.
relationship. But it's
Especially if
not
you're
for
fucking
me.
with a
It's
Scorpio.
not for her.
You're screwed.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
But
My G.
I feel like long distance relationship can work. There's not like one specific route you have to take. You just have to try it and see what works for both
for
of
you,
And just
Especially
don't
you.
wait all like you have the whole lifetime. Know when to go. Know when to say this is enough. I gotta go. It's not gonna work.
Boo. And for me, I don't know, but if you subscribe to the channel and follow us, all our links are gonna be there. You might find out what I'm deciding on my life. So just stay tuned, guys. It's been another good episode. Happy New Year too.
Peace out.
Thank you.
Yeah, we out.
Bruh.